Hello, I'm John Joe. Welcome to Line War. Today we have John Bolton, SE2, doing a tank rush against me. So I noticed that it was John Bolton who is SE2. I know he likes to do the tank rush. Luckily, I knew what he was going to do, so I have built an airfield instead of going all in on infantry, but I do still want to use a lot of infantry. I still have a bit of eco left, so I do use that on more infantry in a bit, or energy, I can't really remember. But here we have 4 factories, 1 energy well. So he's going to be producing tanks. He's probably going to get 7 before he sends them over to me. I have really bad memory. You'd think I'd be able to remember this stuff by now. So he's got some units going over this way. He's targeting the energy well there. He's got another one here. And he's just trying to spread out to find me. We did try and get this area together, and we blacklisted each other. So I am over here, and what did I go for? The energy well and the barracks. There we go. So I am really low on eco, and I'm going for helicopters because I think that they're probably best for tanks. So at this point in the game, he does try and trick me. And also, we're going to be watching 2 matches today. I did play him twice, and the next match is on a weird map where he can't use this tactic, and it's actually the one we played first. So this is the second match. But anyway, he has 2 groups of units moving in either way to try and find out where I am. They are closing in. I can see them. I knew they were trying to scout me, and I didn't want to reveal that I had helicopters. So I tried to block them, and we'll have a look in a second. He's got the units coming in on this side as well. I've got a good group of units here, so I feel pretty confident that I've got these units down anyway. However, he already has 3 tanks, and he is building his 4 flot here. Set of 4. My infantry do come in and block that. I want to see, does he actually see my aircraft field thing? Which is over here, I think. He does move his units this way, which is actually quite a smart move right now, and I will tell you why in a minute. So he's trying to move my units this way so that his tanks can roll in up through the top. And it's working because I wasn't that smart in this. I didn't see it coming. But I do have quite a few units here, which I could potentially have used to block if I had realised what was actually going on. So I have a helicopter, I have energy wells already, and he has 3 tanks. He's just positioning here, he's getting them in there, but he did have that line there you saw earlier, which is a plan. He can see my airfield now, which is not a good thing, because you know that's exactly what he's going to target first. And I also want for helicopters, just in case the tanks did destroy it. The helicopters won't fly off and get destroyed, so I'll still have them on the battlefield until they get destroyed. But anyway, he's bringing his units away now, so that way my units have to chase him. I did try and put them on haste just to try and catch up so I can get back to what I want to be doing. Now over here we've got just 2 units left. From my perspective, this is all we can see as the tanks roll in. We got 1 already. I have spotted it. I knew that he was going to do it. But he has opened up a gap for himself nonetheless. And I do have my helicopter there. Why haven't I sent it yet? I should definitely have my helicopter here by now or something. This is where I want to send it. There we go. I've sorted out my lines. I also have commandos on the field. I wanted to use those against him, like to try and snipe the energy well afterwards, but you know, didn't quite work out. The helicopter is firing down on the ground there to the tank. I have 2 helicopters now. I have a lot of units here, and they're way out of position right now, and he's done that on purpose. I could have brought these guys down as well to do all these tanks. From his perspective, he's just building more tanks, and he is right in my base, and he's pretty much able to destroy whatever he wants now just by picking it. But my helicopters are going to present a problem for him. I'm thinking next time I probably need at least 2 helipads, maybe even more. Nonetheless, the energy well is what's going down right now. He's not going for the airfield, he wants to stop my energy production. Which means my helicopters have no energy to use right now, apart from the initial energy I started with, which was lucky because I could still use it for a little bit. Helicopters are going to still attack, which is going to try and save me for a bit, and as they do, they are taking on these tanks pretty fast. They are quite heavily damaged, but unfortunately they're spreading their damage out between different tanks at first, which means that they're staying alive just that little bit longer to cause even more damage. From his perspective, I wouldn't be surprised if he's bringing in more tanks. Yes, he is. He's spreading them across this way, seeing what he can do there. He also has this energy well already, and he has another one available to him when he has the eco to do it. But this early on, he has pretty much destroyed my entire base. I have 2 barracks left over in this direction, and also I could have built in this forest area, but I knew that that's where he'd probably think I was. So I decided to build a bit higher anyway, and I think it was blacklisted in the first place, but I didn't plan to build in the forest. So it doesn't matter if I did get that original location, I would have still had the same outcome. So one lot of helicopters is not enough to counter this many tanks, but they are still flying around, which is why I chose them instead of strikers. It still needed energy production though. So if you can, when fighting players who know are likely to use tank rushes, try and get an ocean territory that has an energy well, because you'll know it's pretty safe from the attacks. And try and use helicopters. I still believe in helicopters, in my opinion. I even did talk to him about it afterwards, and he suggested helicopters as the counter. Anyway, he's got even more tanks going up that way. He's got those tanks going there. And at this point in the game, I do have a lot of eco I could try and come back with. But I knew that he is struggling on eco, probably with the amount of tanks he's got, but I knew that he would be able to capture a lot of territories with the amount of tanks anyway, so I knew he could catch up. And I didn't want to prolong the match too much, because I kind of just wanted to figure out if I could beat his tank rush when I saw his name. So, I quit, and I wanted to start a new game against him. But to be fair, I didn't have time. This is the second game. The first game we'll have a look at now. Welcome back to the second battle of the Johns. John Joe, starting here, we both tried to argue over this area at first. And John Bolton over here, SE2, we've already spoke about, we've already had the match. So, he is on one island. So he decided he wanted the energy well here, and he wanted to control this area. He wanted to have enough room to build what he wanted, but also some eco left to do what he wanted with. He was taking a risk by building on a single island, however, I am just starting up here. You gotta remember. Now, I'm trying to just spread out across the map as much as possible. I knew that he wanted this island as well, but I knew there wasn't much chance he would have taken it, because this was literally the only 3 sections left over, and I will admit, I made a mistake here. I don't play island matches much. I do like them. I do find them very interesting, but I haven't really played much. I probably should have only have built 3 of these, or not built this, but I really wanted commandos in anyway. So I reckon I should have built 1 sub-pen, 2 navy yards, because my eco's quite bad right now. And I think I do struggle with that, especially when I don't have the energy, and I need an energy wow soon. So I probably should have just built 2 until I knew what I was doing. John Bolton, on the other hand, is going for a mass commando spam right now, and he's getting his transport jets and his commandos ready from these here. He's going for a town and lots of eco to start with. He does have trade routes potentially that he could take over, though I am at 1. He does not know that yet. So neither of us actually have any energy at this point. He does have an energy wow, and I'm trying to get one very soon. I'm not too worried about when I get it. I do have some energy to use first. And my units are just cutting across the map there. Over here, he's got a sub-pen of his own, and he is going for this territory right here. That's why he's placed that there, to get another energy well up and running. So he does have a transport jet ready now. He could start spreading out across the map. I know I've got my commandos there, so I don't know if I'm spreading across the map yet. I do try. There you go. I've got the circle up and running. The commandos going into the jet. And I am building a second one. I don't think I wanted a second one, so I think I might have deleted that one. I can't remember. We'll have to see if I have 2 in a minute. But he's also getting his commandos out early there, and he's going straight for the same island I am. He's just going for this point here, and I'm going for this middle section over there. So the commando's deciding not to get in that. And I do have... There you go. He finally got in. Not sure what took him so long there. Unless there was only 1, you need 2 in there, I think. So that might be why. My submarine's out, and missile ship is out there. And he is going straight for this energy location here. I know that with a large navy force that I need energy. And this is the point in which I probably spot John Bolton, because my infantry over here with their accumulated vision was able to spot this energy well. And that does tell me all I need to know about where he started. He already had this territory, he's claiming it. I've only got 2 units on the battlefield right now, so he couldn't have started far from this location. My commandos are about to drop over there. His commandos should have dropped already. I could have sworn I saw him take off. It must have gone for this one first. So he does have this island as well now. He is very well operational now. He does have a sub-pen, but I do probably have the Navy force for this right now. I like the advantage anyway. He doesn't have any air units that can attack the ground. And he only has a sub-pen right now. But he is hoping that he has some time to go across the map and try and spread out a bit more before I become too much of a problem. He has no idea that I'm right here yet. And that could have been one of his first locations to go for. He might know because we both tried to go for it, but he might assume that we're a bit further away than that. So he's going for this energy well next over here, and these lot are going to drop in some units there as well. I finally have that energy well over there, and I can spot this, so I'm trying to bring my units together just in case he's got something defending it. I don't want to reveal that I know where he is too early. But there is a bit of a problem. So I am just outside of this fog of war, but I'm out of energy. And it's not built yet, so I've got to wait even longer. I have the opportunity in front of me. Right now, I was so eager to just try and get in there and take it out, but I couldn't. I had to wait. I'm trying to bring my commanders through this gap here, because I knew that if he's anywhere, he's going to be trying to get into this island here. I can see where he is. I know he's got some eco going. So we'll have a quick look at the eco at this point. So he has 359. I currently have 356, so he's ahead of me by 3. Which isn't much at all. It's pretty much the same right now. And I still have some territories to grab, which will put me in the advantage in eco. I was so lucky, I'll be honest, that he chose this island here and not somewhere else. I mean, there's 2 energy wells close by, and I think that's what he tried to favour. But because they were in the water and it required such small space, he didn't have a lot to do with it. And he did say that was a bit of a problem. He thought he had more space on this island than he actually did. But he's got a lot of eco he can actually use. He literally just can't really place anymore. He could probably place a navy yard on the edge here. I'm not really sure. But he definitely said space was a big issue, or bigger issue than he thought it was going to be. But right now he's bringing his submarines over this way to claim the territories, which was kind of lucky for him because they're coming right in my path. But I do have some energy now, and I was wondering if I should wait a bit longer till it builds up, or should I just go straight on the attack now? He spotted me as he moves his units in. He's trying to pull back as I'm on the territory. I think he thinks that I might not have seen this yet. I have, and I've changed this to arrow commands, but because they're still connected to this flag command here, they do try taking it over. Actually, no, I did do that on purpose, the submarine. So I sent my submarine in, knowing I could see his units. I've sent these going that way, and I've sent the submarine as a stealth unit to go that way and attack, because he can't see that at all. And as it gets closer and starts to attack, I bring my units in as a distraction. That was my plan. I don't know if it really worked out. But from his perspective, he can't see the submarine that's over here while I'm attacking. That was my logic. I don't know if it really worked out. Either way, I was very lucky when I got there and realised that this player, who is absolutely amazing at this game and can pretty much beat me at every time, picked this location, and I found him very quickly. If I hadn't have found him quickly, he probably would have been able to take over this map a lot better than I could have. And he sent... Right, so this is what I mean. He sent his commandos up this way. Straight to me. He knows what I need, which is energy. I saw them coming in, and I thought they were going to drop in the forest because of stealth. Stealth units in a stealthed environment. And I just sent them there and left it. And I focused on this. I didn't actually watch them as they dropped on my energy well and destroyed it. So this guy really knows what he's doing, and I got lucky, I think. So I just thought I'd throw that out there. But yeah, so there's the cruiser firing over the destroyers there. I knew that the destroyer could take out the submarines really fast. But now they're also firing all together at this airfield, and I know that's probably his main thing that he needs, other than the energy. Because that's how he's getting his commandos out there, and I can stop his expanse by taking away his energy as well as the airfield. In case he's got energy elsewhere. But as you can see, he took out my energy well. I still haven't even noticed yet, have I? Yeah, I've changed the command over there, but I've used an air command because I pressed an air command last. I'm not smart here. And at that time, he's bringing in his units across, so he's able to take me out when I could have easily have defended that location. And I was able to take out his airfield there. He's only got some barracks left over. He doesn't have any energy that he can use. I control the energy wells around him, or at least I will do soon. So that was one lucky win for me. So I'm not going to claim that I can beat this guy most times, because I certainly can't. You've seen the first battle. He can probably beat me, and I need to work on how I can defeat a tank rush. And I like the infantry, so I'm going to try and mix them in it with it. So it's going to be Hellas and infantry for me, I think, from now on. Thank you for watching. Let me know what either player should have done in either one of these matches. And, yeah, thanks for watching. There are 2 videos on screen right now. Feel free to watch one, and I'll see you there.